Hello and welcome to Sach the Reality. I'm Rinki Gogoi and you're watching our news bulletin World News, where we bring you the global briefing from the latest events shaping our world to the political upheavals making the headlines across the globe. Take a look.
The International Criminal Court's prosecutor Karim Khan has requested arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, his defense chief, and 3 Hamas leaders over alleged war crimes. ICC prosecutor Karim Khan said in a statement issued after more than 7 months of war in Gaza that he had reasonable grounds to believe the 5 men bear criminal responsibility for alleged war crimes and crimes against humanity. He said he had applied for an arrest warrant for Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant as well as for Netanyahu. They have overseen Israel's offensive against Hamas in Gaza since the Palestinian militant group's deadly October 7 raid on Israel. Khan has also applied for arrest warrants for Hamas chief Yahya Sinwar, the commander-in-chief of the military wing of Hamas Mohammed al-Masri, who is widely known as Deif, and the head of Hamas's political bureau, Ismail Haniyeh. US President Joe Biden has defended Israel against war crime charges in the world's top courts. Biden's remarks came after Karim Khan, the chief prosecutor of the International Criminal Court, said he was seeking arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Minister of Defense Yoav Gallant over alleged war crimes committed during the war in Gaza. Israel is also facing a separate case on alleged genocide at the International Court of Justice, which was brought by South Africa. Biden said that Israel is not committing genocide in Gaza. French President Emmanuel Macron is heading to New Caledonia as hundreds more security personnel will join the 1,500 reinforcements already on the ground, after the worst unrest in the French Pacific territory in more than 30 years. Meanwhile, the High Commission of New Caledonia, which represents the French state in the territory, said that 600 personnel would be deployed in the coming hours to join those already sent from France. The government has said about 3,200 people were waiting to leave or enter New Caledonia when flights were cancelled last week, when violence broke out over French plans to amend voting laws to allow more recent arrivals to vote in provincial elections. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky declared that he is pushing partners to get more directly involved in the war by helping to intercept Russian missiles and allowing his country to use Western weapons against military equipment. He said if countries could not supply the planes straight away, they could still fly them from the neighboring NATO states and shoot down Russian missiles. Zelensky added that Ukraine was also negotiating with international partners to use their weapons to strike Russian military hardware at the border and further inside Russian territory. Tussle between the Myanmar military and the Arakan army has escalated in the western state of Rakhine in recent days, putting thousands of mostly Muslim Rohingya who live in the area at increased risk. Based on interviews with Rohingya activists who have spoken to witnesses in Butidong, there have been huge fires across the town in the last few days. They accuse the Arakan army of being behind the arson campaign, but the Arakan army has rejected the allegations, saying that the fires were started by the Myanmar military in air attacks. What is clear is that thousands of Rohingya are fleeing for their lives and are increasingly unsafe, caught between the military, which seized power in a coup more than 3 years ago, and in 2017 launched a brutal crackdown on the Rohingya that is now the subject of a genocide investigation and the Arakan army.